What's good, people? Welcome to another banger episode on my channel. It's your boy Elijah bringing you updates about disruptive technology. So on Tuesday we spoke about Lemonade and the Q4 earnings report. Some quick updates from that. The revenue came down a little bit shy, dropping from 2019 to 2020, but we saw growth across the board when it comes to customer acquisition. So they've reached 1 million active customers, which is really exciting. They've also expanded into Europe, Netherlands, Germany, and France being the 3 countries. And also we saw a lot of growth in terms of the gross premium that they were getting from their customers. And we saw the loss ratio, which I was corrected on the last video actually. The loss ratio is related to the amount they pay out to customers in claims, and we saw that number also decline. So hopefully those numbers continue to grow. Those numbers continue to go in the right direction in terms of Lemonade and their growth. So then getting right into today, I wanted to talk a little bit more about updates from the CEO about 2021 and the future plans of Lemonade. So 2021 has been an interesting year so far, and I think it's only gonna get better for Lemonade. So far we saw there was a snowstorm that came through the United States and went through Texas, and Texas is currently holds 25% of the customer base for Lemonade. So we're probably gonna see the loss ratio go up or take a spike up or look a little bit funky in Q1 of 2021 when it comes to the report. But anyways, let's get right into today's video. I really wanted to talk about some updates that the CEO had. They were talking about a new product line, which is really exciting because they just released Life Plan for their insurance plan. So I want to see where they venture into next. I want to see maybe car insurance or health insurance and how they're going to navigate this new jump in market size. So this is really interesting because 5 years, they're doing this very rapidly, picking up new products, and they're looking to scale within those products very fast. Life insurance added over $700 billion to their market size. I want to see how they're able to kind of get more customers on board into that, especially without any medical exams, which is very unprecedented, especially in life insurance industry. So let's talk about what the CEO had to say.
And announce our 2020 results. We're talking about 87% growth year on year, and we're projecting something similar for this coming year. So we're going to continue to grow pretty aggressively. And to put that in perspective, we've been in market for about 5 years. After our not even 5 years, I should say, after 4 years or so, we hit 1 million customers. It took some of the other spectacular companies in the US in this space, like USAA, 47 years to get to that metric. So you're talking about something like 5 to 10 times faster growth than incumbents have experienced in the past, a real order of magnitude increase. And it's not only the top line, we're seeing increases in all of our key performance indicators, including our marketing efficiency. So we doubled our business even as we halved our costs of acquiring new customers. So everything's going pretty much in a positive direction.
These numbers all sound spectacular. So Lemonade was able to do what USAA took 47 years. They did it in under 4 years. This growth rate is insane. They're able to get customers really quick.
You've teased, Daniel, a pending product launch. Are you able to share with us what that is? Which sector?
So we've changed a lot in terms of our product. You're quite right. When we IPO'd just a few months ago, we were a monoline business. We only sold homeowners, renters condo, but homeowners insurance. And in the short intervening months, we've launched pet insurance, which is doing spectacularly well, and life insurance. We're crossing invisible boundaries in the insurance space to go from health to life to property and casualty. And you're absolutely right, we're not done, and we did hint that we've got a major launch coming. In fact, we have more people working on this yet to be announced product than on any of those other products that I just mentioned. So it's a source of great excitement internally, but I'm sorry, Wilfred, to disappoint you. I'm not going to pre-announce it right now.
Keep smiling if it's auto insurance.
Does that count?
There we go. I think we've got it.
We just heard it here first. It could be auto insurance. We don't really know, but it's really exciting to hear what he had to say. He said this product, more people were working on this product on his team than any other product before. So I'm really excited. That makes me excited to see what they're able to deliver on that end. It seems like it's a core focus moving into 2021. It doesn't seem like just an additional add-on. It seems like the business is kind of trying to they've already kind of figured out a leg room in homeowners and rent, and it seems like also pet, and they're trying to make their way through life as well. But it seems like they're focusing on new aspects of the business because they figured out how to balance those other things so far. So really, really excited to see what they do, because this is going to expand their market even further.
I don't envy the traditional incumbents really going into the 21st century when the world has changed so dramatically, and they were engineered for a different era. Insurance incumbents in the US are huge. They're also not so young. The average age is about 125 years old. So they were built during the era of the horse-drawn carriage. And of course, the world has changed so much. And you just wouldn't build a company in the 21st century the way you build them in the 19th century. So a great deal has changed. And I think that what they're discovering is that so many things that they thought were assets, as the world transforms, are actually revealing themselves to really be liabilities. So for example, insurance companies, incumbents are very proud of their 40,000 broker distribution network. Is that, in the age of the direct-to-consumer app-based distribution, is that an asset, or is that really an albatross around their neck? And they're very proud of the technology stack that they've been building since the 1980s. But we don't program in COBOL anymore, and it's really become, instead of a black box that does amazing algorithms, it's a black hole into which they just pour billions of dollars in order to stand still and contend with all the spaghetti code. And they've got amazing people that they've cultivated for generations for legacy preservation. But what they really need is a team that is adept at business transformation. So culture, technology, and even their investor base. They've got an investor base who want, the 5% dividend dependably without any risk or volatility. So none of those things, none of those structural aspects of their business prepare them for what's coming. So I think our advantage is structural, it's secular, it's to do with the transformation that the world has gone through, and it's just better to be founded in the 21st century if you want to build something for the 21st century.
Pew, pew, pew. So you heard it first here. Daniel Schreiber is taking shots at the other insurance companies. So he's calling them old, and he's calling them spaghetti code because they're old, and they're trying to keep up with the new generation that is built for the 21st century. And that makes a lot of sense, because today, a lot of people are growing up. There's a new generation coming in to the economy, and a lot of people, they're not very traditional. They don't really understand a lot of nuances, especially when it comes to insurance. So we got to think about it this way. Our generation is very, very technology driven, especially mobilely driven by phones and your laptop, things like that. So we want, like, a lot of the generation really needs something really quick, very easy to use, understandable, and that these are things that Lemonade brings to the table. So I'm not talking about them integrating older customers, but I'm talking about the new and upcoming generations to come, and how they're going to be Lemonade is going to be the #1 company that can sell their services to these people, because it would be very easier. It takes less than 6 minutes. And we know today the attention span of a person to get through an application that is longer than that is way, way shorter. So no one wants to sit through a week's process to get, their insurance for maybe a car or things like that. It's very tedious. And if there was a better solution, people will be willing to pay for it. And here is that solution. So he's talking about how this technology is built for today's generation, and how this is what gives them that leg room in the future. So moving on from 2021 and forward, it's most likely going to be seeing a lot of growth, especially from the new generation coming in.
Found that we have sold renters insurance, which is oftentimes the entry-level insurance product to consumers, in ways and for ages and at price points that have been hitherto unknown. People just haven't seen that before. So we've really been able to reinvent that category from a high-intent kind of acquisition to pretty much an impulse buy. Loads of people who buy Lemonade hear about it from their friends, they see it on social media, they give it a try, they find out that they can buy insurance in 90 seconds, and for $5, it's, costs half or less than half oftentimes than incumbents, and it doesn't involve all the bureaucracy and the paperwork that they had come to expect. So we are seeing that we're mainly selling insurance. In fact, something like 90% of our customers are people who hadn't bought insurance before. So there's no question that we are enlarging the pie and dealing and offering products to consumers who hadn't bought insurance before. And I'd like to think that that kind of ease of use, simplicity, dependability, aligned values, and the social impact and charitable dimensions to our business, all of that wrapped in an app that gives you insurance in 90 seconds, pays your claims in as little as 3 seconds, does profoundly enlarge the pool of people who can avail themselves of this important.
Pricing. So whenever technology advances, we see prices drop across the board because efficiency and productivity, things get quicker and faster to push out, so the prices go down. So here's what it is. This is what they're doing. They're cutting the prices across the board. So then what it comes down to is execution, because if it's cheaper in order to get, then the claims that they're gonna have to pay out eventually, it might come back to bite them. So this is why they also have reinsurance policies to back them up. But in order for their business model to survive, they have to execute on this and also be able to get more customers. But I also do want to point out one key metric that he mentioned. He mentioned 90% of Lemonade's customer base did not have insurance in the past. So this is really important because they're bringing new customers into this industry, which really means that they're creating a new industry of their own, which is what a leader is supposed to do when they enter a space. So I really think they're really disrupting the innovation space right here. We see the prices go down, we see efficiency go up, and then here we see also network effect taking root when he mentioned as well that customers are telling their friends, their family about Lemonade because they love the package that they get from it. So they tell their friends and family to also go check it out. So this is spreading through word of mouth most of the case. And it seems like a lot of people are very happy about the value that they're paying for when it comes to this product. So just to put things into perspective a little bit, so I am Gen Z, and when I do come to the point where I should be getting insurance, Lemonade is definitely going to be at the first of my list because it's very, very easy to follow through. And I've seen a lot of people that love it. It's a 4.9 out of 5 stars with 1 million customers. So I can only see that they're benefiting from it somehow. And it's very easy to use. It takes away the headache for me. So that's going to be most likely the route that I take. I just wanted to talk a little bit about how they're going to continue disrupting this space. I'll be bringing more updates about what they end up choosing. I really want to see car insurance kind of come into play. I wonder how that's going to look with automated vehicles in the future and a bunch of electric vehicles. So we'll see how those things kind of intertwine and eventually intersect. Now, if you liked this video or if you enjoyed it, do me a favor and drop a like and comment below what you think about Lemonade. Do you think they're gonna go with car insurance? Do you think they're gonna go with something completely different like health insurance? Because they just went with life insurance. So health insurance, I don't think is that far off from where they could go. But let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about how they will disrupt the 19th century companies, or if they're gonna be able to do it at all. So let me know your thoughts below. I'll be coming to you with more updates very, very soon. Stay tuned.